Let's have some fun! And welcome to the Crazy J Show. We're going to be playing Elon Finch, or Edith Finch. What remains of Eden Finch. And that be it. I'm going to have to set up my settings. And there we go. I think that's better.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Alright, back to what we were doing. Let's begin, shall we? How do I get down? There we go.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
It's pretty nice down here.
She never
like
told me about an uncle under the house. I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Ooh. Now what's with this pile of food? That's just disgusting. There's that sledgehammer.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two.
Hug the wall.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
This is where Walter died? Huh. But what I don't get is this. Where's the f***ing train? Oh, shit. It went around the mountain. Okay. That makes sense. I guess.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Alright, time to go down here. The hell's with this chair in the tree? Look at that. Weird shit going on.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though, to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Huh. I don't understand what you're talking about.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Okay. So we got a totem right there. This is weird. I kind of like their motion lighting. I need to set some of that shit up at my house. My little garden I'm setting up. I might just do a YouTube video about showing off my garden. I love gardening. So fun, relaxing.
Look at the house. Had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Oh my god.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Derpy Jr. Perpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, Zephyr, Zorpy, Zoo, Coco, Tucker, Charlie, Daisy, Lucy. Yeah, this is just creepy. Shadow, Bob. I like that one. Bob. Love you, Bobby. Bobby Dotson. Christopher, Oliver. I can't pronounce that one. Bailey. Oh, whatever.
Sven built the house, but it was Edith who designed the cemetery.
Barbara Finch, Walter Finch, Eddie Finch, Seven Finch, Calvin Finch, Molly Finch,
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Is that the boat? Huh.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
My God, that thing must have sunk about probably 37 feet. Interesting.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
My God, so much death.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Sad.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
This is an extremely sad game. I'm fucking bawling. I got tears in my eyes. But a crazy person like me ain't gonna give up.
But looking back on it now,
I want to explore some more. There has to be something else.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
America, America. Alright, is there a ladder? Yeah, here's one.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Oh, we're gonna meet Grandpa now. Come on. I hate the controls.
They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
It's a wonderful picture. Look around before we touch that. Looked like he was a veteran. Oh my god, that's a wonderful gun. That's a fucking beaut. Ah, love it. Oh, good family too.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
I like this part of the house. This would be somewhere I would live. Alright, let's look at the note now, shall we?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Did you want to get a picture of me or what? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up.
Still freezing, though.
Aw.
What am I supposed to take a picture of? Alright, now the camera simulator.
Nothing quite like being outside. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map. You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo. Let's see. Maybe. Or was it? Could have been.
What am I supposed to take a picture of? I don't know. It like, oh,
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don! I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
terrible father. Poor kid.
Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer. Hang on, kiddo. Just trying to get a shot of the two of us together.
Is this guy so worried about a photo that he doesn't care about his own kids shooting? When I first shot an animal, it wasn't like this. This was a fucking BB gun, paintball gun or something. And I didn't care. But still, I was at an age where I just didn't care about anything but my schoolwork, for crying out loud. But this kid, his whole life, dealing with this. My God. Go. Come on. Oh.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dom. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my
So
mom
I was
had told
supposed to
me.
control that guy. Shit. Lots of death. Where do I go from here? Right here. Alright.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot. I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Alright, let's get to the next story that's probably gonna make me cry.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
I'm playing a frog simulator now.
What his world was like. He reminded me so much of Kevin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw. It sure made him happy.
This is actually kind of fun. I'm gonna try and knock off all these letters. Come on, hop, froggy, hop. Oh, I got an achievement.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worry about baby being too happy. I can feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
The kid drowned. Oh my god. What is it with this family? They're all dying. Oh my god. Oh, damn. Alright, next one. Whoa.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. Father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Oh, kid. I already know what's gonna happen.
the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to
Come here.
But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh no.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power.
What the
All
hell
my
is
father
going
said
on
was,
here?
Make the music louder.
Oh no. Thought he was
I
gonna
wish
get
that I
struck
could
by
truly say
lightning.
I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
He got hit by a bunch of fucking debris. Damn, that's a bad way to go.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a
Ugh.
boy, they were going
Well,
to
I
name
have to
me
make an
Gus.
episode 3 after work tomorrow. Oh my.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
I hate religion.
Lewis was born a year later.
It's false hope. I had to deal with a lot of
When my dad
emotional
died,
things
I
as a
don't
kid.
think Mom knew where else to go.
And religion never really helped. whatever.
I'm sure
Everyone's
Edie was happy
to
to have
their
her
own
back.
belief. Man, that's cry.
And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
He's an artist like me. Beautiful. I can understand going to art for emotional help and everything. Art is a way out. The art of videotaping, photography, painting, music. It's a way to give yourself emotional care. And it helps things that have happened to you in the past. No matter who you are, everyone can get broken. It's just a matter of time. People are not strong. People are not weak. People are just prone to being broken. From heartache, sadness, from pain, from the anger. Life is too short to worry about those kind of things. But that doesn't mean you can just give up on life.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
To die with an artist's touch. Beautiful. Alright, let's
Mom
check
spent
it
months
out.
searching
This is
for
a
my brother.
really sad
Then
game.
she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
I'm an emotional wreck. This is really emotion driven. Alright, let's get up here.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Wait, so his house is a boat? Ah. Yeah, cool.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
I know that feeling. Dying a lot in games. I'm good at certain games, but I like story-based.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small.
Packaging plant simulator. Alright.
Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. and toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Oh no.
He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band.
Yeah, cool.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Not gonna end well. Gotta play the game though.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Oh no.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Oh, no, 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 no! Tell me he gets his arm chopped off.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. wise Calico who'd insisted on advising me. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to
It's
do.
all in your head, dude. It's all in your head. Please stop.
Bend down his head.
That's a guillotine.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be the arm. No, it was the head. Oh, ugh. Damn, man. Tip my hat to him. Oh, God. That's just terrible. Next step on our list.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
You know, I'm gonna end it here, because I know it's probably gonna be a third episode. I'll start up the next episode tomorrow. This was fucking crazy! It was sad, too. Thanks for watching the Crazy J Show. I was your host, Crazy J, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. Have fun. Stay crazy. I got my voice back a little bit.